Today I'm committing the ultimate sin. I am recording 3 episodes in one day because we still have a lot of questions on the subject wheel I want to get through. So, because of that, I'm recording Monday's episode on Monday. But I'm also going to do our little... Oh, there's a zombie villager. I'm sorry I can't cure you. Oh, poor guy. Should I try to... I don't have name tags. I can't preserve him. That sucks. But let's get into this. So last episode I did not die. We went back to that cave, so it worked out all good. And actually I got this really good bow now, so now let's get rid of these guys. Nice. Creeper, oh man. Anyway, let's just do the wheel. Right before, this will be right before I do the cut for getting materials. Let's see here. I'm debating if Subject wheel, read out an SCP or copy pasta. I have an amazing idea. How about I enter this little, we'll enter a little montage and I will read out a funny copy pasta or SCP subject. So, yeah. So I'm going to record myself getting materials and we can read out this funny thing. So transition start in 3, 2, 1, go. To be fair, you have to have a very high IQ to understand Rick and Morty. The humor is extremely subtle, and without a solid grasp on theoretical physics, most of the jokes will just go over the typical viewer's head. There's also Rick's nihilistic outlook, which is deftly woven into his characterization. His personal philosophy draws heavily from Narodeella literature. For instance, the fans understand this stuff. They have the intellectual capacity to truly appreciate the depths of these jokes, to realize that they're not just funny. They say something deep about life. As consequence, people who dislike Rick and Morty truly are idiots. Of course they wouldn't appreciate, for instance, the humor in Rick's essential catchphrase, Wubba Lubba Dub Dub, which itself is a cryptic reference to Turgenev's Russian epic Fathers and Sons. I'm smirking right now just imagining one of those adultipated simpletons scratching their heads in confusion as Dan Harmon's genius unfolds itself on their television screens. What fools! How I pity them! And yes, by the way, I do have a Rick and Morty tattoo. And no, you cannot see it. It's for the ladies' eyes only. And even they have to demonstrate that they're within 5 IQ points of my own. Preferably lower. Beforehand. Hey, I hope whatever I recorded there was good, and I'll be honest, while I was recording some things happened. Oh my goodness, this is one of them. Second was, the moment I stopped recording that montage, I was just looking here, and I was a fool. I forgot to save my game, so 2 creepers attacked me and blew up, but I need to be transparent in this Let's Play to know what happened, but that's the reason why. If you noticed also in that montage, I was just being bombarded by mobs. Like, there was an absurd amount of mobs. Like, it was insane. But hopefully I can make that go, that what I think was 18 minutes go by super quick. Or at least equal to the amount of time I was talking. Anyway, I need to place... We need the sugarcane to grow, but it isn't growing quick. That's bothering me. I wish I could make it grow quicker. Because we need paper, but let's give it just a few minutes. So let's assuming that was 3 minutes, we should be 5 minutes in, so we should finish this in about 10 or so minutes, which is great. So let's just get into it. Now, if you notice, I also took out the flooring. That's because Starbucks doesn't have that type of flooring. Throw up whatever type of flooring Starbucks has. But we're now going to be finishing up this lovely, lovely home. So then, starting off, I need to make some adjustments. But let's read some comments while we go. How do you make panes again? Oh no. I forgot how you make panes. Oh wait. Oh, there we go. I'd prefer more, please. There we go. Okay. Thoughts on Rise of Skywalker? Very interesting question. Now this is by Toad27. Good friend, good friend. So, Rise of Skywalker. Instead of can be a pretty political opinion, because I know some people who love Rise of Skywalker, and I know some people who hate it. And sadly, I'm in the park of I did not personally enjoy the film. Now, when it comes to Star Wars, I'm in a very strange spot, and I need to get this out of the way first, because I personally, I haven't seen the first original films being the first ones they made in so long. I watched the prequels a few months back, but that's about it. When it comes to just the whole ordeal of Star Wars, I love The Mandalorian, but that's all I really get into it when it comes to Star Wars. So, the prequels, I'll be honest, not the prequels, sorry, the new trilogy, I'll be honest, I'm not really into. I'm sorry to say. And Rise of Skywalker, I didn't really like. I personally, actually, that one script that was kind of released, where it was Rian Johnson's cut of the thing, I actually like that more. And I don't like The Last Jedi at all. I personally didn't like it. But when it came to Rise of Skywalker and modern Star Wars, I'm not really into it. But there is a funny story I have with this, which is I'll represent this story with pictures or something, because I don't want to out these people in it, but it was a really funny moment that happened back when I was in math class, when I was a younger guy and life wasn't complicated. There's this girl I knew, and she was like the biggest Star Wars fanatic. And I was in math class, and she was like, oh my god, every day she would mention in math class, like when it started, like, Rise of Skywalker is, no, it wasn't Rise of Skywalker, this is when, it was, The Last Jedi. She's like, Last Jedi's coming, she'd say that every day, and, like, everyone was hyped, and she said, my dad, she said, got special theater tickets, I'm gonna get to see it early. And we're like, oh, and I was like, oh my god, I didn't know, but apparently our theater, because most theaters have like a 12 at night screenings, not anymore, but back in they had 12 at night screenings, so like you can just go whenever, if you get my Tokyo drift. But I didn't know that at the time, so I was like, holy cow, she was getting to see it early, that's insane. But so she goes and sees it, and she comes back, and my teacher says, so how's the movie? Because she asks it every day. And she responds, it was the best movie I've ever seen. And I was like, holy crap, I have to go see this film. And I went and seen it, and I was like, this isn't that great. And years later, about 2 years later, I talked to her again, and she's like, that movie was trash. And I was like, okay, so she changed her opinion. That's fine, that happens. But this is when The Rise of the Skywalker was coming out. And so my other teacher that I had this class with her with, I'm now a senior, this was last year, he asks her, so what did you think of the movie? And I personally thought I saw the movie first this time because there was things going on, but I thought that the movie was very bad. And she responded, best thing ever. And I was like, okay, lady. But that's something I wonder sometimes, because sometimes there's overhype with like films and stuff. If you get what if you get what I mean, it's interesting in that way. Like when I go and see like back when I was really into the Skylander games, not so much now. I very much moved on from that point. That that I don't really play that game much, or even really want to be associated with it, being of what I've seen. But back when I did that, I played Superchargers, which is the one where with the cars. And I remember I did that personally. Now that's my least favorite one, but back in the day I was like, when I first got it, I was like, this is the best game ever, and I told my mom this is the best game ever. So I wonder when it comes to stuff like that, like extra, like adding on hype to things, like how does that really affect, like where does it stand up? Now then, I should grab this. Now I'm watching the reference here, but I didn't have it on, which is foolish of me. There we go. I'm worried this might be a bit, these windows might be a bit much with how extended. Are they? Oh, they're not awful. Okay, where's my, here. I'm gonna move more windows throughout the thing to get the movement up. Gosh darn it. My controls are not great for some reason. I don't know why I have trouble with them. I don't know a lot of things in this series, it seems. Okay, let's throw this here. Missed that. Also gotta eat. If you guys didn't notice, when I was recording that thing, there's just a buttload of mobs. I don't know why, but that was a pain. Anyway. We're getting close to the... Now, do I want to... I'm going to trim them a bit from one side and move it to the other, because we want windows on all sides. So I'm going to take this bit out a bit and move it to the other side so we can have windows. Because that's how Starbucks is. It is. Now then, last question. Last question for this episode. Weezer. Weezer's a band. I don't have any like personal opinion on Weezer. Is there people who don't know what Weezer is? Wrong. Apparently, I don't even know what Weezer is, because for the next 5 minutes, I'm going to be calling Calpurnia Weezer. The reason I made this mistake is up right now, but it was really bad on my part, and I'm sorry about it. I will actually talk about Weezer next episode. Anyway, back to the video. Probably. I don't hear it mentioned much. If you guys don't know what Calpurnia is, it's Finn Wolfhard's band. If you don't know who Finn Wolfhard is, he's that kid from Stranger Things. That's the best way to describe it. I don't know what I can add to this. I don't listen to Weezer much. Now I talk about this because this is mentioned a lot. I know a lot of people hate Weezer. I don't know why. I'll find out someday. But apparently they're not good. And but I do know, I actually do know people who absolutely love them too. So, shocker that is. But yeah, Weezer. Now, since this is episode 9, this is coming out on a Friday, maybe I should make this extra long episode, because this is actually, I don't know if I actually can do 30-minute episodes, but this seems like probably a good one to do, since this is finishing the base. This is like our first major thing. I don't know how far we're gonna go with that one recording I just made, but overall we're getting close to finishing the base, which is so great. I can't express how happy I am that we could finally kind of move on. I think I'm gonna go after this. I'm just gonna grab diamonds and head to the nether. What the heck was that? Why did I pause? Only certain men will know. But yeah. I can't add anything to the Weezer thing. I have a friend who likes Weezer, but I don't listen to Weezer. They did take on me. Now, I'll talk about Finn Wolfhard, because I have more experience with him. I like Finn Wolfhard. I think he's a great guy. He did some episodes with Game Grumps, which is great. I like him. He represents the youth. Mind you, I don't know about him recently. I know a lot of teen girls fawn over him, and they're like, wow, Finn Wolfhard. Yes? I don't know. I guess I have to move the Swollen, because I just realized we're not living in a spacious thing, but I'm thinking that we can make the Starbucks roof our little base of operations. Yeah. Now, I really wish I could check how long the recording is, but I did. Again, I sinned. Now, something about Finn Wolfhard that I don't understand really is. Here's a funny. I now know what to talk about
California.
I went with my family to a city outside of our town, and this is where, because our town is really bad for getting things. I think I mentioned this before, but we went there to get to just for some reason. I have no idea, but we went to this thing, and it talked about, like, we found this
California.
ad, like it was an ad for
California.
your album, because we were at this record store at the mall, and it basically said how
California
started out so strong. They're just kids, and but now they're celebrities, and they worked hard to get where they're at. And my dad said something really funny, and he was right about it. He's like, they didn't work at all. Finn Wolfhard got famous because of Stranger Things, and they got a band, which is completely true. So what's this whole stuff about
California
being working hard and stuff like that? So screw that ad. If that ad's dumb. I agree with my father. But other than that, I have no reason to hate.
California.
They do covers. That's a complaint. But a lot of people do covers, and usually they can sometimes be better than the original in ways. I personally prefer BioShock's cover of Everyone Wants to Rule the World Over the original, because it sounds bad. Not bad. It does not sound bad. It sounds good. I don't know why. Oh no, I messed that up. Please, do I even have enough? Oh, I did all that montage, and if I don't have enough, like, if I'm missing like 5 glass panes, I swear, man. But yeah, I'm worried that, yeah, no. I don't know how long this episode is, but it might be long, but here's it so far. Comparing that to the image. Now, I'm actually going to throw something up there. I don't know what, but I also need to do the roof, but I don't know how I'm going to do it. And the flooring. I also don't know how I'm going to do it, but we'll figure it out. But this, right now, I guess we're also going to need a door. Throw that out. We're living in Starbucks, baby. I think this looks really good. I don't know about you, but that looks pretty spot on. I think I should add something around it, but we're gonna move in soon. I guess we have to do the roof. But other than that, that's pretty clean. That's pretty good. Awesome. Now then, next episode, I'll be sure to finish it. But we're making progress, so awesome.
Fine.
Oh God. Oh, I guess I'm fine.
I guess you are my little PogChamp. Come here.
Oh God!